Hey guys, I'm Happy Home Gamer and welcome to my first Let's Play of Star Trek Online. Now, some people don't like Star Trek Online, but I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite PC games ever. In fact, it's one of my favorite games, period. Even though it has many faults and irritations, I think it's still a very good game and something worth trying if you're a PC MMO gamer. This is my personal account. I don't want to create another account because there's some things that I have to do that require money, real money in this game to do, and I'd rather use my personal account since I've spent a lot of money with it. But anyway, this is your choose your character screen, but let's get started by creating a new character. Now, with the introduction of Legacy of Romulus, the first expansion to Star Trek Online, was this whole new screen to choose your character, or, well, create a character, not really choose. You have some species here. If you Cation and these two species here, I don't want to be they're playable species, but you have to buy them from the C-store. We'll get into the C-store a little bit later when it's more convenient, but these can only be played if you have bought them with real money. You'll see this icon here. See Zen icon. If you play games made by published by Perfect World, you will probably have seen this icon somewhere else in your experiences. If it has a green check, that means it is purchased and you can use it. But I'm going to be Cation, because Cations are epic, because I love cats, even though I have a dog. I don't know. Anyway, the more important thing here, however, is this, career paths. Career paths are very important in this game because it determines what abilities you have, what abilities you can learn, what abilities you can teach, and what kind of type of ship will be best for you. I'll go over them now. Engineering. Engineers are great at healing people in space and then creating... Well, they deal a moderate amount of damage, but they're best at tanking. That's where their strengths are. They tank real hard. There are some ships in this game that are so big that they are gods, if you want to call a ship a god, when it comes to tanking. These are the best tankers in the game, and if you like to take a lot of hits, which I don't know why you would, in any game for that matter, you can do engineering. On the ground, they are generally fabricators. They fabricate turrets, shield generators, medical generators, anything that you can make and fabricate, engineers will be able to do on the ground. For science, however, I mean, it gives you a description, but I can explain better. Science officers in the space are generally messer-uppers. They mess up ships with a variety of abilities that has secondary effects. We'll get into the secondary effects mechanic later, but on ground, their main focus is medics. They're medics on the ground. They're Noyers in space, really. Noyers in space sounds like a really bad B-movie title. For tactical, however, tactical is the popular choice, and for a good reason. It's very fun to play as, but it's bland. In return, it's very bland. Their only purpose in both space and ground is to deal damage. Almost all of their abilities are exclusively abilities that do damage, or increase damage, or have a side effect for damage. It's all about damage when it comes to tactical. They have nothing else to them. But if you want to get through the game very quickly, because this game can be very time-consuming as MMOs typically are, this is generally what you want to go for. For video purposes, I will be going for tactical because we need to get through as much as possible within a certain amount of time limit, so I'm not driving myself insane in editing. But my personal character, my personal account character, my Joseph Rutherford, as I call him, yes, is engineering, and I'd say it's pretty fun. I mean, you take a lot, but as tactical, you just won't be able to take as many hits as engineering. Neither will science. Science officers ships don't take as much damage. Well, take more damage, excuse me, than engineering. I mean, I'm going off topic here. Anyway, let's move on. Appearance. This is something also included new in Legacy of Romulus, was a preset system. Cryptic Studios, the developer of this game, has a proprietary system that we'll be going into later. I won't show it now because it's very complicated. Well, it's simple in a certain sense, but complicated in another sense. We'll go over that later when we have the ability to now, but it's much more better if we do it later, because these options can be changed at any time. Stance and height. I like to keep it the standard 6'1" for height, but standard, I don't like the standard. I like the gruff one better, but anyway, if you go here, you can see these are all the preset costumes I have unlocked. Some of these are unlocked from the beginning of the game, like Sierra, What else? Odyssey is unlocked from the beginning. Starfleet Academy is unlocked from the beginning. Those ones, the ones like those are unlocked from the beginning. But the ones like Next Generation or Deep Space Nine, you have to buy with Zen, which is required. You can get Zen with real money. I mean, kind of. Anyway, Captain Name. This is the last step of this process. Entering this name is important if you want to keep the story to a sane level. So don't name anything just ridiculously stupid or like Dick Face or Dick Face. Anyway, don't do anything stupid because this is the name that will appear to everybody in the game. This is the name that you will see, and you can get reprimanded big time from the GMs if you give something that's very inappropriate. I would not recommend it. This is an online game for the PC, but I got a name in hand. I think it will Stu. This is optional. This is stuff that will appear in certain dialogue boxes. Not all the time, but rarely. Ship name. Now, I have this ship name in mind. If you played Undertale, I haven't. I heard it's really great. I haven't played it yet. I need to. I don't know why. But the final boss theme, Megalovania, is the most epic boss theme, or final boss theme for that matter, in history of video games. And I think I'll name... Right? Yeah, I spelled it right, yeah. I will name my ship Megalovania. I love Megalovania. It's a great song. So I'll name the ship after it. Anyway, biography. This is optional. Characters from the start don't have a preset in quotation marks biography. You can add a bit of background for them to give your character some personalization, because there's a lot of personalization for characters and bridge officers in this game. It's crazy. This is optional. This is not required, obviously, as it says. It's optional. But if you want to give your character some background for a story, because this story is very story-centered, at least in the main gimmicks of the game, so you can if you want to. But anyway, when you're all done here, click Engage, and you'll go on. I need to turn down the volume of my TV here, because I'm actually playing at a desk, obviously. Well, I'm at a desk, but yeah. I'll just turn on the TV so you don't hear it, because I'll tell you in a minute. Is it going to conk out on me? Please don't conk out. Okay, good, it didn't conk out. It sometimes stops in the middle of loading. Anyway. Oh, I forgot about this. This is the only time you will see this is if you have a character that's already completed the tutorial. For there's a bit of story background for the tutorial. And generally, you want to play it. I mean, it's a story anyway. You'll see the beginning of the character, and you get to know some characters. Anyway, I'm going rambling on again. I do that a lot. I'll play from here.
After I left Starfleet, I made it my life's work to reunite the Romulans with their Vulcan brothers. For many years, I lived among them and waged a campaign of peace. Lived long. 21 years ago, the star of the Hova system went supernova and sent a wave of devastation across the quadrant. I promised to save the Romulan homeworld. I failed. The planets Romulus and Remus were destroyed. Countless billions were killed. My home, my friends, my life, all are memories. Time does not stop for one man, and neither does history. The chaos in Romulan space gave the Klingon Empire an opportunity to expand its territory. Jimpak, the Chancellor of the High Council, traded diplomacy for the tip of a blade. Only in battle, Jimpak says, is a Klingon truly Klingon. The Federation did its utmost to preserve its alliance with the Klingons, but war was inevitable. The Romulans want revenge for their lost world. The Dominion is rebuilding its forces. Now the Borg have reappeared, and the Alpha Quadrant balances on the edge of ruin.
Warning, ship is under attack.
The fate of the galaxy rests in your hands.
Welcome to Star Trek Online. Anywho, we're in training day. Where are we going to be training at? Here. It's today's graduation day. I'll just skip ahead of that. That's something I can tell in a minute. A text box is about to pop up in a second, right? Right there we go. I need to disable pop-ups because I can explain it all myself. Thank you, game. Anyway, controls. There are two main means of controlling your character from the bat of the game without messing with any settings. It's the arrow keys, up, right, left, and down, or WAS and D. For people who are new to PC gaming and don't know how to PC game, because I don't know how you I mean PC Master Race, right? No. WAS and D is generally the more popular choice when it comes to not only developers but PC gamers in general. So W is forward, S is backwards, D is right, and A is left. So if you don't know how to play PC game and you didn't know that before, that's how you do it. There are some advantages to having both of them used. Oh dear, what's going on here? Okay, good. Yeah, I have Comcast internet, and that might happen quite a bit. Yeah. Anyway, let's go to over here and talk to the bad draw distance. Come on. Oh crap! Don't tell me. Yeah, this all right. I'm back now, and I got rubber banded all the way over here. Rubber banding was quite the issue with this game back in its heydays. When it's I'm still lagging. Why am I still lagging? Anyway, back in the heydays, this game had a horrible issue with rubber banding, especially if you have crappy, slow internet. I had Comcast internet, which is kind of interesting, but I'll continue that in a second. Okay, Dr. Forlis.
Finally, I was beginning to think you forgot what today was.
How could I? You reminded me every day for the past month. Did you get your assignment?
Of course, I was first in line. Oh, before I forget, I think Rasky is just ahead. He wanted to thank you for helping him cram for the astrometrics final.
Okay, you got to Rasky. Yeah, I won't talk about that instead. I was on second thought, so talk to Rasky.
There you are. I wanted to thank you for helping me pass that final, and for all the other times you've helped me. I've always admired you. I hope Starfleet recognizes all you've done to lead our class. What ship did you get?
I haven't received my assignment yet.
Good luck. Before you report to Lieutenant Farah and get your assignment, you should find Tavral. She wanted to talk to you. She's just up the pathway.
Okay, time to talk to Val. Also, I forgot to mention, by default, Shift key allows you to sprint. Sprint has its uses. In battle, you'll be able, when you're under red alert, which is this game's equivalent to battle. Excuse me, hiccup. You will be able to sprint a limited distance. But out of battle, you have unlimited distance. You can just go pretty much anywhere that you can run, at least. On while sprinting, it'll make getting to faraway places much easier. But it has its use, not just to get you places other. If you're losing a battle and you need to get away, you can just sprint out of the battle. Although there's an issue with that we'll get into a bit later. Excuse me for a second. Okay, I've turned off the channels that will bother me most of the time, so I won't be seeing them again. Anyway, let's talk to Travel. I'm sorry. I'm totally sorry about that. It's kind of an annoying thing with MMOs.
Greetings.
Rasky said he has something to tell me.
It was good of you to encourage me to retake the linguistics final. I was willing to accept my original results, but you saw that I was not at my best that day. My score increased by 12.8% on the second attempt, well within my standard norms. Now I am qualified to serve as both a science officer and a communications officer. Morik would like to see you as well. He is ahead of us on the path. Live long and prosper.
Thank you. Anyway, I apologize for that, and just in my armchair. I apologize for that. They won't be bothering me again. Anyway, I'm still walking. I need to sprint. Morik.
There you are. Getting excited yet? Once we finish our training cruise, we'll all be full-fledged ensigns. The buzz is, Captain Taggart hasn't named all of his senior staff yet. From what I heard, the advanced phaser training simulation is tripping people up.
Thanks. And over here, we need to go over here. It's kind of the game's a very linear in terms of pathways. That doesn't mean it's a bad game or anything. It's just sometimes, well, very frequently, it's a very linear game. They don't plaster it for all. Well, yeah, I'm talking too much again. Talk to Lieutenant Fair.
Good afternoon, Cadet. What can I do for you?
Is this where I get my training cruise assignment?
Yes, I have the complete assignment list here. Name?
Stu.
Let's see. Interesting. Report to Captain Taggart. He's in the office behind me.
Is there a problem?
You're going to have to ask him.
Really? We have to ask him? You can't even tell me? Come on, why can't you tell me? Anyway. Ring bell. Ding dong. That's not a bell.
Come.
Come hither. Okay, talk to Captain Taggart.
Cadet.
You asked to see me, sir.
I did. I've been following your progress here at the Academy, and I must say, I'm impressed.
Thank you, Captain.
I'm just looking at your final test scores, but I don't see your results for the Advanced Phaser Training Program.
Many of my classmates didn't take the test either, Captain. Is that an issue?
I want everyone on my senior staff to run that program, and I want to see good results, no exceptions.
Did you say senior staff?
I did. Like I said, I've been following your career here at the Academy. If you complete that program, I can put you on my bridge. I'll ask my tactical officer to set it up.
Tactical officer, sir. Who is that?
Another fine cadet like yourself. Her scores were almost as good as yours, but her record has a few blemishes. Still, I'm sure Cadet Flores will settle down and become a fine officer someday. I'll tell Flores to meet you out in the quad. Talk to her to start the phaser training, and I'll see you when you're finished. You're dismissed, Cadet.
Yes, sir. Oh, damn it. Forgot about that again. I saluted nothing. Okay, let's go to the quad. That's a very weird looking plant. Looks like an egg that's red and with flowers on it. Anyway. Quad's over. Flores is waiting over here now. Oh, wow, the draw distance. Yeah.
I got the tactical officer spot. Just what I wanted. Where'd you end up?
Captain Taggart says he wants me on the senior staff, but I have to pass the advanced phaser training first.
You never did that? I thought you were Mr. Extra Credit. Everyone knows that Captain Taggart expects all his top people to pass that program.
Now you tell me.
Don't worry, you'll do fine. Come on, I'll take you to the holodeck and set it up.
Lead the way.
Seems most of our class ended up on Captain Taggart's ship. Have you seen the whales in San Francisco Bay? I never seem to spot them.
Get the reference?
I sometimes forget that Boothby is a hologram. He seems like such a fixture here at Starfleet Academy.
Get the reference? And she still beat me, even with the rubber banding. Okay, talk to her.
Setting up the training program now. I hope Holodeck 2 is your lucky holodeck.
Hey, have any advice for me? I want to pass this.
Shoot stuff, don't die. Pretty basic, really.
Really? I'll need a phaser.
Phasers are in the lockers by the holodecks. You can grab one there.
Let's go! Now this time I ain't gonna beat you. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Alright, so I shut up there for a little bit. We have a weapon. So weapons, you'll see down here we have some slots for items and abilities. These first three slots here are always going to be reserved for weapons. This one, well, anything beyond that is reserved for anything else you can put there. To holster a weapon, you can press the H key or this button down here. So, but generally what I like to do when I'm holding a weapon is that I have my right hand on the arrow keys and my left hand on the 1, 2, and 3 keys on your keyboard. As these 3 keys pertain to these 3 buttons down here. When you press this button, I'll press 3, there we go. This is a, what's it called? Palm strike, yes. That's a basic physical attack. You also have another basic attack, which is this one right here, the 1 key. The beam setting. Right here you have a special attack, and we'll get into what these do in a second. Anyway, let's get over here. I don't know why there was an arrow above her. I mean, don't even have to talk to her. Anywho, in the middle of the room, begin program. So, right. So we have some enemies here. Let's press 1. Right, so that does about a little bit of damage. Let's try 2. Okay, he got stunned, so he can't move for a few seconds. And it can be really overpowered in early parts of the game, but it's really isn't useful later parts of the game where enemies could be immune to the effects of stun. Anyway, let's put away our weapons so we don't shoot the Captain Crunch, Captain Tiger Crunch.
Well done, cadet. You're not going to break the Academy record, but your score was more than satisfactory.
Thank you, Captain. Do you have an assignment for me now?
Absolutely. I have a new first officer. Congratulations.
First officer, sir?
Yes. You should be proud of your accomplishments here, cadet. You have a promising career ahead of you in Starfleet.
Thank you, sir. It will be an honor serving with you.
First officer, way to go. Just a little jealous, I'll admit. At least now you'll get to boss us all around like you've always wanted.
What can I say? The captain sees greatness in me.
Don't let it go to your head, buddy.
I won't.
You'll do great. But we should head up to the shuttle bay. Everyone else is waiting there for the ceremonial send-off toast.
Alright, go to the shuttle bay. What are you saying? Oh, okay.
All of the senior staff is waiting by the bar. I'm sure everyone's a bit nervous, this being our first real assignment and all. So, I'm expecting an inspiring speech out of you. Something heartwarming. Make Tavrel cry. This mission could just determine the rest of our careers. No pressure. I'll meet you over there.
Really, no pressure? Let's go over here. I'm feeling less confident. Okay, no, I'm not feeling less confident. I am the most confident person in the world, in my opinion. So, even to the point of cockiness, really. That'll be a thing in this Let's Play, believe me. So, we have an option here. We can inspire the cadets, intimidate the cadets, or be humble. I don't think I'll be mean to them and intimidate them. The galaxy is a dangerous place, but each and every one of us should have the skills it takes to survive. We can embolden the cadets, frighten the cadets, or be humble again. Frighten the cadets. This won't be easy. The Federation has many enemies. The Klingons, the Tulshar, the Borg. There are a lot of people out there who want to destroy the United Federation of Planets. It's our job to stop them. We can terrorize them. Okay, let's do that. Should we survive long enough, we will make a name for ourselves. Our enemies will think twice before they challenge the Megalovania. It's to Starfleet Academy, to the USS Megalovania, to her crew. Raise a glass to the class of 2409.
All cadets, please board your shuttles.
You can talk to the cadets, and what that'll happen is this. A text box will appear over their head. You can read what they say. I'm not going to do that because there's a lot of text here we would have to go through, and we need to get moving here because that shuttle's about to leave. And we need to get moving. So, there's a shuttle. There's our guy with the arrow above his head. And an eye. Information.
Are you ready to head to the ship?
Indeed I am. Let's go.
I can't believe we're finally doing this. Oh, look at that. The USS Vesta, first of her class. She's got subsystem targeting, a crew of 750, auxiliary phaser cannons, and even a quantum field focus controller. I can't wait to captain one someday. But here's our ship. Miranda class, 200 crew, 2 forward weapon mounts, 1 aft. Average speed, warp 5 point nothing. She is a tough little ship, though. I think I like her. We're the final shuttle to arrive. We need to get to the bridge.
Yeah, we're okay. I should have mentioned that sometimes the game is rendered in real time, so that's going to happen sometimes.
I'm going to check in and then head for the bridge. See you there.
Continue, yes. Lieutenant Brickers.
Name and position?
Cadet Stu, acting first officer. I'm already messing up.
I have your record right here, sir. Welcome to the ship.
Where's the captain?
Captain Taggart is waiting for you on the bridge. Use the turbo lift behind me. It will take you directly there.
Right. Ooh, excuse me, I'm hiccuping told completely today. And there I go again. So, welcome to the bridge. There's Captain Taggart sitting over there. Speak with Captain
Bridge
Taggart.
number 1.
Number 1.
Early in my career, I served with a captain who called his first officer that. I always liked it. As my number 1, I expect you to ensure my orders are carried out, and to advise me on the best course of action in any situation. But first, we need to get out of dry dock, get clearance from control, and close the shuttle bay doors. Then disable the tractor moorings.
Travell, get the clearance from traffic control from Megalovania to leave the gantry.
Earth traffic control has cleared us to depart, sir.
Very good, number 1.
Flores, send the signal to the... Sorry, I can't read that. To close the shuttle bay doors.
Shuttle bay doors are closed, sir.
Very good, number 1.
Potter, wait for me to disable the tractor moorings. If you don't know, the tractor mooring console's directly behind you. Captain Taggart once again. Oops, nope.
Potter,
Move that.
take us out. 1/4 impulse.
Captain, may I remind you that the Starfleet regulations specify thrusters only while in the vicinity of the space dock.
Just checking to see if you were paying attention, number 1. Potter, take us out. Maximum thrusters.
Alright, so something else you might notice, if you see something glow like the Captain Taggart's door, I didn't mention it before, I don't know why, that means you can interact with it. Another indication you can interact with something is if you mouse over something, you can, and it has that icon, that has a little chair icon, that means you can sit in it, or the icon will specify vaguely can't talk, what function that will do, what it will do. It will be very specific. In this case it's sitting, but let's just get in the chair.
Cleared from dry dock, Captain.
Good. Let's start with something easy. Set course for Vulcan.
Course lead in, sir.
Engage.
Captain, I am picking up a distress call from the SS Break-Even. Audio only.
Let's hear it, Tyrell.
This is the SS Break-Even. Our warp core is failing, and we are in need of assistance.
Let them know we're on our way. Potter, lay in a rendezvous course.
Altering course, sir. ETA 3 minutes.
Transporter room. Prepare to beam over survivors.
Sir, sensors can't read anything in the vicinity of the break-even.
Communications are out as well.
Keep trying to hail them, Tyrell. Number 1, let's discuss the situation. You heard the distress call, number 1. What do you think we should do?
Is this Hester part of the training crews?
Absolutely not. We're the closest ship to the break-even, so it's our duty to assist.
It's strange that the transmission was audio only. A warp core emergency shouldn't affect communications.
Good. What do you advise?
Shields up, sir. Better safe than sorry.
Raising the shields does seem to be a reasonable precaution.
Yes, sir. Could be a trap.
I agree. Flores, raise shields. Number 1, get down to the transporter room. You'll oversee the rescue effort from there.
Decline. I told this person, the same person, that I was in a recording, and they didn't listen. Yeah, sometimes the people on Star Trek... The community here is not always the best. There are some twerps here and there. Oh, wow. Okay. Rock. Break-even should be in range. Give me an update.
I'm getting some weird readings. I can't get a solid lock. There may be interference. Trying to compensate. I think I have it. This is a lot different than the training scenarios. Beaming them over now. Hang on!
This vessel is now property of Captain Cadet of the IKS Chunk.
Rock, come in! What happened? Rock!
Stop! Security is reporting disruptive fire in the transporter room, and Klingon transporter signatures are showing up all over the ship. They're boarding us.
What can I do to help?
You have the command codes to unlock an armory near your position. Arm yourself, and any security team members you find.
What about the enemy ship, sir?
We still have weapons. I'll do what I can. For now, I need you to concentrate on getting those Klingons off my ship. Taggart out.
Yes, sir. Alright, we're about to get a new weapon, and I'll go over it once we get that new weapon. I'm starting to moving around in my chair. Why am I still running or walking? Excuse me. Right now, this is what I meant before. If you see something like this, go like this. That was great. That means you can interact with it. Anyway, let's go inside. More often when you interact with something, it will have a time thing where they do something and it takes a certain amount of time to do it. Anyway, we get a rifle in here. The pistol over there. Don't tell me this. The pistol was actually equipped itself when you got it in the Starfleet Academy. In this case, I'll talk about finding this soon. When you get this particular rifle, that means that you have to equip it yourself. Stop telling me this. Anyway, you have two weapons. Captains can specifically can hold two weapons at one moment. Bridge officers cannot hold more than one weapon. I'm sorry, I'm going through this really quick. We gotta move in here. This icon here, if you click it, that will just toggle the model on the your character to show or not show. I mean, it's pretty simple. Anyway, and it's just now we have two weapons. We have an ability to switch between them. Pressing the Z key will allow you to switch between them, or you can press this button here. Come on, there we go. I'll stick with the rifle for now. I went over the effects of. I went over the basic and special attack for phaser pistols. The rifles have a different type of attack. In fact, there's many different types of pistols, as there are also many different types of what are called rifles. Anyway. That guy's real unlucky. I'd say he's about to blow up in space. Right here, I'll go back to the weapon in a second. These are item balls, or item capsules, or items. They will have an item in them. Most enemies will drop them, and depending on the level of the enemy and how important the battle is with that enemy, will determine partially determined whether or not you will get a higher rarity of an item. Items can have common, uncommon, rare, very rare, ultra rare, extreme, and unique. Those are the rarities that you can find in this game. Anyway, back to weapons. Here we have a new mechanic introduced already. Flanking damage. If you were to attack an enemy from the side or behind, you will have a flanking damage bonus added to your damage. This is on top of what you're already doing. Anywho, we're lag. Stabilizing, even though you're moving quite a bit there. So yes, as you now know, weapons have a special attack and a basic attack. For a rifle, specifically, this is a sniper rifle. You have a standard bolt setting, and it does 30 phaser damage, 42.9 damage per second. That's going to be a little shrunken compared to it will be. Well, that damage output will be a little bloated with when you calculate it with your stats. You have a 5% chance to stun. All phaser weapons are capable, well, at least on the ground, are capable of stunning. And depending on the level of the weapon or the mark version of the weapon, because this is a Mark 1. That number will increase with every mark. You also a side effect of this weapon, you also have -50% run speed for 8 seconds. That's 6 seconds. Sniper rifles, this is their special attack. Sniper shot, this is an exploit attack. I'll be going into exploit and expose in a minute here, well soon. This does more damage than the bolt setting, but it takes just a couple seconds to go off. You'll have 50% chance to knock back 12 meters with this one weapon. It will knock back 8 meters on standard every time this weapon goes off, it will knock them back 8 meters, but you have the 50% chance to knock them back 12 meters instead of 8, and everything else is the same. But exposed targets, because an exploit attack will take 250% more damage than the 81.1% of Vader's damage alone. A lot to go over, I know. and don't talk very well. Now I need to run. So, officer. Also, I should probably haven't gone over this yet. This here is your personal shield and health. The blue is the personal shield. The green bar is the health. Enemies that aren't cadets or basic ensigns will have no. Well, basic ensigns essentially in any faction you will encounter in this game.
We're doing our best to cripple this Klingon marauder, but I need your help. Time to show off that academy training.
I know how to improve the ship's weapons. That's right. Anyway, enemies that are not basic ensigns will always have, will almost always have, a personal shield. You have to be able to deal with that because there are items in this game and weapons that have the ability to drain personal shields or even cancel out completely. We'll be going into that later, but health, I don't think I need to explain it to you if you're a seasoned gamer like me. I am talking a lot, I know, my mouth is very dry, so I'll try to shut up for a minute. Hopefully. Yeah, these are basic ensigns. Becks are basic ensigns of the Klingon faction. They don't have personal shields. They have no personal shields, so you can take them down pretty easily with any weapon at any point in the game, especially later when you have like super powerful weapons. And we'll be getting into crafting, which is even better. Also, you do have a point-blank damage added to what you already have. So the closer you are to your target, the more damage you'll do. I mean, that's typically what happens. So anywhere we're in the armory... Oh, there's not Klingons. Okay, officer, that's basically a lieutenant equivalent for the Klingon faction. They will have personal shields and they will have a more powerful rifle than the pistol that Becks typically have. And I am being flanked. Crap. These enemies are really easy because, you know, it's like the first minute, it's like beginning of the game. So, and you have like 3 other people helping you here. But what we need to do is interact with these consoles to boost power to F power, whatever that said. Boost ship power systems, yes. And a little nice sound effect there. I'll shut up for a minute and just get this over with. I have been talking way too much. And my weapon has actually disappeared somehow. There we go.
Number 1, we've got injured up here and the Klingons could send a boarding party at any time. I need you back on the bridge.
Aye, sir.
Go see to the bridge. We will secure this area.
Incoming transmission from the Klingons.
This is Captain Cadet of the IKS Chart. You may have forced my boarding parties off your decks, but our ship remains clumped. You have no hope of finding us or defeating us. Your choice is simple. Surrender, or we will kill your captain and then destroy your ship. Perhaps your captain will change your mind. Order your crew to surrender, Captain, or I will blow them out of the sky. It's your choice, Captain. Do you want these children to die?
Very well.
Number 1, you are now the captain of the ship. Your orders.
Orders are to lock onto my combat and fire!
Make me proud.
We have target lock, Captain.
Direct hit! Casualties on all decks! Shields! Shields! Fire all weapons! Weapons and shields are offline! Close and begin repairs!
We've lost their signal. What now?
Indeed, what now? Captain Taggart is dead. The IKS Chot is severely damaged. And that we are now the captain. Join me next time for another episode of Star Trek Online where we continue the tutorial and hopefully avenge Captain Taggart's death. See you guys later.